Well, hello and welcome to another current conversation. There's been some little rumblings going on today in the world of Nintendo news. Something's called a Switch. Anyway, I'm Dan. I'm joined by Alex. Say hello.
Hello.
And also Andrew.
Hello, everyone.
All three of us together on one video. This is the first I think this has ever happened.
I don't know, is it the first?
First current conversation with those three.
It's a new age because the Nintendo Switch, originally codenamed the NX, was announced today. I mean, first of all, I guess we could just go straight into what do we think of the name, Andrew?
I really like the name, really do. For ages, I actually wanted them to keep the name NX, but
Yeah.
I prefer just that one word. I think it sounds a lot better than my Nintendo. The Nintendo NX just sounds more awkward. Nintendo Switch, I really like it. I think it's a really good name. It captures what the console's all about really well.
I like the logo that they kept
I love
putting
that
in
logo,
between the
yeah, I
videos
loved
as well.
it as
Yeah,
well.
the little interlocking thing. Alex, what are your thoughts on the name?
I agree with you too. The name is also great, and I also do think that it can be better than an X because when you refer to, say, what game you get or what console you're playing on, it just rolls off your tongue when you say, I'm going to play this game on the Switch instead of playing it, I'll play this on the NX because it's one syllable. That's the same reason why the Wii was, when you refer to it to other people. But also the name, just by the sound of it, it gives you the idea that you're switching, between portability and home console. So you immediately get it. Unlike a name like, say, Wii U.
Yeah, I think the Wii U came across as really sort of dumb and patronising the way it was explained when Reggie was explaining at E3 2011. Was it? Yeah, it was 2011, wasn't it?
We put the pronoun in the name itself.
Yeah, Wii U. Like that. It just came off as really he was talking to really stupid people going duh? What? You get it? It's Wii U? Because you are in it? Because it's for you? And it's just, I really didn't like it. But this one, I think it's really... They didn't go over the top by making it too gimmicky, and they just captured what the console's about with one word without starting to go into really...
I think speaking of the Wii U, I think this is what really the Wii U should have been, in that this is a handheld hybrid. All the rumours were true. It turns out you can hook it up to your TV, or you can take it on the go, rather than the Wii U where you have to be in the proximity. And the distance on the Wii U is terrible as it is, but...
I love the fact in the trailer they showed him on the go, he was actually on a plane. Because I think that captures so well is that, 1 minute he's playing this really immersive home game in his living room, and now he's taking it on an airplane and he's flying 30,000 feet in the air playing this same... I think it was a really good choice of transport to convey it, and really just loved it how he's got it, sets it up on the little table, and you can still play it by detaching those two little bits on the side. I thought it was really effective.
What you didn't see in that trailer was the stewardess come up and say, could you please put your tray up, please, sir?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, exactly, yeah. If he gets to really hard bit in the game and the plane's coming in for landings, you've got to turn all electric devices off, but but I can't save at this point.
I can't save it yet, I'm inside a dungeon. Don't you know how these games work?
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of that game that he was playing on the airplane, that was Skyrim.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool that this is the first time Skyrim is going to be legit on a handheld. You can play it on the go.
Yeah.
Personally, I actually don't like Skyrim. I couldn't give less of a toss about it. But
I mean, what I like about it though is that even though I have played Skyrim and it's fine as it is, but I haven't played it fully. But what I do like about it being on the Switch is that the kind of game that at first you wouldn't normally see on a Nintendo system, but this third-party support is just it's just looking so fantastic and significantly better than what the Wii U had, because you have developers who wouldn't normally develop for Nintendo systems, such as From Software.
My biggest fear though is, as much as the lineup they showed on that little page of these are the developers and publishers we're working with, and that's great, but you've got EA on there, you've got Activision on there, you've got Ubisoft, you've got all the big names. I'm just hoping they can keep them names, and it's not just going to be, as much as it's cool that you see Skyrim on a handheld essentially, it's not just going to be games you could play 5 years ago. It's not just going to be, here's Mass Effect 3. If I want to play Mass Effect 3, I would have played it.
Yeah, I was actually worried if it was just going to be a Skyrim port with no surprises, or if it could be one of the newer Elder Scrolls games.
Exactly. I mean, and also, I think there's a balance in terms of when people say... Because some people are saying, this is about as powerful as a PS4. That's a lot of people are saying, and some people are saying that in a really good way. Some people are saying, wow, I love that. And some people are saying, well, yeah, but the PS4 is 2 years old at this point, or 3 years old, actually. But obviously, we consider the fact as well that this basically, you can take this wherever you want. So this is the power of a PS4 in a tablet, basically.
I do wonder if there's going to be any extra sort of power in the docking station thing.
Yeah.
Like, when you're playing it on console, is the frame rate going to be better or something? Like, you know, like how the visuals are slightly better on when you play the Wii U, it looks better on the TV than it does on the gamepad. Like, there's a resolution drop, and I wonder if there's going to be a similar sort of difference with this.
I mean, I imagine there will be, as long as what I worry about is obviously it's not crucial. Like, they show it in the trailer as being really good, then when you actually do it, you know, say you actually were to take it on a plane and do it, the game is just like lagging, breaking up, going all fuzzy constantly, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, and also when you talk about taking it portably, as well as those sacrifices to make it as good as it can on the home console, my other biggest concern is the battery life, if it will be long enough to run on an airplane.
Yeah, these are the things that Nintendo have got to address, I think, sooner rather than later, before the hype builds up and then they go, oh, by the way, it only lasts for 2 hours. Everyone will be like, oh, like, get it out of the way now. Tell people now exactly what, like, any negatives and stuff, and just say right there and then, okay, this thing that might not have the greatest battery life, but maybe they could sell like some third-party battery packs. I know it's not the best thing, but rather than go down the line and just be like, oh yeah, by the way, it's got a shit battery life, and everyone be like, oh, and it sort of kills the hype towards the end of the tail end of the.
I mean, I don't know if it was close to Wii U launch when they announced. I don't know. I honestly can't remember if they announced close to actually when the Wii U came out that literally you can't even have two gamepads sync to it at once, can you?
No, I remember. Yeah, that was a thing.
Like, literally, it was like they sort of hinted it, I guess, but they never really confirmed it. So I think in this case, like you say, it might just be better if they just clear it all up.
If they can keep up this like extraordinary level of hype for the next, bear in mind this is out in 5 months.
Yeah, I know.
Out in March 2017. Yeah. The Wii U, when that was announced, was at June 2011.
Yes, that was a year and a half away. Almost.
Yeah, exactly. 18 months. Like, so then that was like eventually by the time it came out, it kind of died in terms of its raw hype.
Yeah.
So talking about the date though, March, that kind of maybe indicates when Zelda Breath of the Wild is out. Like, is this going to be a launch game for the I keep calling it the NX, the Switch?
Yeah.
Or is this going to be a sort of a Twilight Princess situation maybe? Like, because I don't know if people remember, the GameCube version of Twilight Princess came out about 2 weeks or so after the Wii version. I wonder if they're going to do this similar sort of thing here, if they're going to be the same like day and date or before. Who knows? But have either of you two decided what console you're going to be getting Breath of the Wild on?
Most likely Switch, probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky one because on one hand with the Wii U, now I was going to play it on the Wii U because it was like the swan song for such for a console that had great games, but it was awfully misunderstood. Although I mean, it was the primary system it was made for, and give it a last hurrah to the Wii U and such. But with the Switch's features and taking it on the go, that's another factor I have to think about. So it's one of those things where closer to launch I could come to a decision for, and then for the Switch I could check out that 3D Mario game, which looks pretty promising, by the way.
Yeah, I guess we move on to the 3D Mario game, which we only saw like about 5 seconds, but that's enough to at least get a slight feel of what that game is. I don't know what you two feel about it, but to me, this feels like a cross between 3D World and Galaxy. It has more of a single-player approach by the looks of it, but at the same time, it has more of a fixed. It's hard to tell because it's like 5 seconds, but looks like the camera's pretty fixed.
I thought that looked. I didn't notice it much at first, but in hindsight, I thought I was really pleased by that.
Like, he sort of visits a town, and the town actually looks like it makes it look like more of an adventure rather than just like a linear sort of 3D World-esque level, if you know what I mean.
Now, what I've wanted to see the most out of a future 3D Mario game is a layout similar to Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, where you can freely roam about in a large environment, as opposed to being restricted to a set linear path. I mean, as much as I love Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario 3D World, I really do miss that aspect of the old Mario games. So when I saw the 3D Mario game for the Switch in the trailer, I had a sense it might have been going back to the Mario 64 Sunshine style, but it also had that linearity to it. But from the seconds I saw from the trailer, it's not easy to tell for certain what kind of style it will follow.
I'll move on to one of the things that I'm actually intrigued about, and it's the big question I think everyone's asking. It's on the tip of their lips. What is happening with Amiibo? That was a semi-serious question.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming that they're going to continue Amiibo support, but I don't. There was nothing confirmed in the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't see anywhere on the console where you can actually.
There was no NFC sort of thing, was there? On the
and there was nothing implicated. And you assume with Amiibo being such a big thing, Nintendo might imply that, although maybe they're trying to just focus on the new thing rather than just.
That is true. I feel like that. the big thing that they're clearly trying to do is cut ties with anything that you know, the Wii U tried to bank on people who had a Wii were going to buy the Wii U. So you had all these different controller options, and it was just too overwhelming. And yeah, I know what you mean, that they're probably going to sort of dial back on those sort of options for the Switch, but at the same time, I would be very surprised if they'd completely ditch Amiibo with how popular it's been.
Yeah, I would, and especially when obviously the Wii U was flopping, Amiibo was one of the things. While it didn't like save the Wii U, essentially, I don't think anything. So I think we have to accept now Wii U has bombed.
Yeah,
but I think the Amiibo was one thing that did save Nintendo push. If you see what I mean.
There was a lot of rumours going about Wii U games being ported to the obviously at the time the NX.
Yeah.
The likes of Super Mario Maker, Mario Kart, and Splatoon. Now, Super Mario Maker we know is coming to the 3DS. I don't know if that maybe was a sort of confused part of the rumour, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mario Maker does eventually come to the Switch. However, what we do know is Mario Kart 8. At least I assume it's Mario Kart 8. By the look of it, it looks exactly the same.
Mm.
And also Splatoon, but there looks like I reckon Mario Kart 8 Switch maybe, like edition, where it looks like you're probably going to have probably all the DLC of Mario Kart 8 because they showed in there was Yoshi's Circuit, which I believe was part of DLC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But they also had King Boo, and I don't know if you two sort of thought the same. I was like, King Boo, was he in the game? I don't remember him being in the game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was more focused on, the players playing it than I was the screen. I just assumed it was the same thing, so I only noticed until after I saw the trailer when someone told me, hey, King Boo's in it, what?
The main thing for me about the Mario Kart 8 footage was the items. You could see that there was 2 items, and maybe they're going back to the old school style of you can hold one item and you can have the other one sort of like behind you.
Yeah.
But to me that actually looks like the double dash mechanic, and I really hope it is where you can swap 2 items on the fly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
That was my biggest problem with Mario Kart 8 was the fact that you can hold one item at a time, and it just meant like you got a coin, well you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because I actually didn't mind the coin as an item. What did annoy me was how it was distributed. Like, for example, like you're in first, you've got 10 coins, and it gives you a coin. You're like, well,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get hit by something, you lose 3. It's like, well,
And it's like you've been in like sometimes you can be in like last and you can get a coin. It's like, how's this helping me? I know like the more coins you get, like the faster you're going. But at the same time, the coin doesn't give me a sudden burst of speed that will really help me a lot if I'm in last place. So
I guess talking about another Wii U game, Splatoon. I don't know. Did you play Splatoon at all, Andrew?
I didn't in the end. No.
So would you be interested in getting this version if you like?
Yes, you must.
I might do, yeah. I think I would give it a go, yeah. I think the reason I haven't played a lot of my Wii U recently, and in fact, most of the time I've gone back and played games recently, it's all been like old games.
I'm interested in some of these new sort of versions of Wii U games, but at the same time, if they're just new versions, like, like definitive editions or something, I'm probably not going to buy them personally because I already own them on the Wii U. But
Yeah.
When I witnessed Splatoon on the Switch, that was when I was thinking to myself, if it's not backwards compatible, and that it will be a port built specifically for the Switch alongside Mario Kart 8, because of the local multiplayer where you saw the people in the trailer play against each other in Splatoon battles, something that you would never find on the Wii U version, like the Mario Kart 8 where you saw King Boo and that double item in the trailer, where that's not in the Wii U version. So it could be just Wii U games ported to the Switch with some extra content. I also noticed how towards the end of the trailer where Splatoon was being played in a tournament with the Switch consoles, which does imply to me that they want to become more esport friendly, which I think is a good direction if the company wants to be taken seriously in the esports gaming community.
I guess we'll just finish off by saying, are you hyped? Are you interested? Are you getting this? The Nintendo Switch.
Definitely high, definitely interested, definitely want to get it, yeah. Providing obviously between now and closer into its release date, further news, further revealings, everything all stays consistent with the quality of like this first trailer. I'm really interested. I think it's really good. I think it's really built upon the Wii U's concept. I think just didn't have enough power to actually execute it enough, and maybe this is what the Switch is, as you said earlier, what it should be. Because, for example, the Wii U, you can play it while someone's using the TV, but it's not like you can then walk out of the room. So as soon as you leave the room, gone, signal's lost. But with this, the fact that you can just take it literally anywhere, I think is literally what Nintendo wanted to do with the Wii U, but potentially obviously couldn't due to just technical limitations. But now, I think, as people have said, like, welcome to the future, I think this is it's a really huge benchmark in, like, gaming industry. I think it's going to be really good.
I do as well. I don't think it's going to do it's hard to sell now, but I don't think it's going to light the world on fire like the Wii did. But I do think that it's it's probably going to get in the range of the 3DS sort of like, sales wise, like 50 million, maybe more, something like that. But I don't know. Alex, what are your thoughts on the Switch?
I think it'll be the Nintendo console that we've been wanting for this generation, and it's the kind of console that I feel like the core gamers are finally going to take seriously. Unlike the Wii and especially the Wii U, they won't just see it as some.
Do you think? Because the only thing I would like maybe disagree with you on that is that Nintendo have come out and said that this is not necessarily them competing with the Xbox and PlayStation. This is them saying like, this is the alternate sort of, the companion console. But I know it's a 5-year-old game, but the way they're pushing Skyrim does definitely make me think, are they actually going to be pursuing like more third-party sort of quote-unquote hardcore games, I guess?
Yeah, well, when I say that, I'm not like, it's not in the sense where it's directly competing with, say, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but it's more in the sense where, so a core gamer will when they see it, they I don't think they'll see it as much of, say, a gimmick as, say, the Wii U was with its gamepad functionality, or the Wii was just its waggle motion controls and such. No, the Switch will be the console where you can play it, the same game that has all the cutting edge power, but also you can play it on your travels and such, which is something that makes it unique and sticks out in a good way. And also there's a factor when, in the trailer, do you ever notice how you don't see any kids in it whatsoever?
Yeah, that was something that I thought, and I'm wondering if Nintendo are going to continue the 3DS, or maybe have the 3DS as sort of like the kids line. I don't know how much longer the 3DS is going to last for in terms of like new software. But yeah, I did notice that how like it was clearly aimed at an older demographic, and I'm super intrigued by that.
Yeah, and there was no Wii casual games in there, so there's no Wii Fit or Wii Sports continuation on it, because I remember back in E3 2012 when Wii Fit U was being shown, and they were trying to say how much the Wii U can, make it way better when, the core games go to think, no, this is just like the Wii all over again. Whereas with the Switch, it's an entirely new thing that, hooks you in.
Literally, all they needed to put was like Tokyo Mirage Sessions Switch, and that would have been,
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just glad in the trailer as well they didn't get, as they did with the Wii U, like overly patronising with like a casual side of it. For example, they showed like in the Wii U trailer like the woman putting the gamepad on the floor and using it to like play golf. I just like the fact that they showed it as just playing games, if you see what I mean. In these really sort of, in a really innovative way. But at the end of the day, you're still holding a controller and playing a game, rather than its obsession with making you sort of stand up and play games, which I think when the Wii came out was an innovative and sort of noble concept, but it's something that it clearly don't, a lot of people don't really want to do anymore.
When the Wii U came out, not only did it confuse people, but the Wii brand was, kind of toxic in a way, where, they saw it as this gimmicky brand, and that's why they jumped ship to PlayStation or Xbox, for a gaming system.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess we'll round it off there. We'll finish it here, to be honest. My thoughts, really, closing thoughts, are just pretty much ditto, echo the same thoughts as you two. I'm definitely going to be getting this probably day one. I was unsure on getting the PSVR because of money reasons, and I'm definitely holding out now just so I've got enough money for the Switch.
Same here.
But honestly, thank you two for joining me. I really appreciate that video you put up, Alex, yesterday, by the way.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I mean, I was up all night because I was too excited for the reveal, so I just thought, I'll make something before, the next generation comes.
It was a fun thing for me to wake up to, I'll be honest. Look forward to a new top 10 coming soon on Project Falcon Punch, one that's more Halloween themed. Hopefully that'll be out before Halloween, or maybe on Halloween. But yeah, look forward to that. And again, thank you two for joining me. Goodbye.